Welcome to the interview portion of the Two and a Blue podcast, filming as always from the Energy Defender studio. For any of your solar or roofing needs, call Energy Defenders. We are here with a very special guest, owner and founder of Energy Defenders, Dave Gardiner. What's happening, man?
What's going on, Steve? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Dude, thanks for coming, man. This is fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. How was, did you find a place all right?
Dude, it was a hike.
Yeah. That's tough.
Listen, man, I had to leave extra early, hit a lot of traffic and everything like that.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to our humble abode.
Yeah. It's a nice place you got here.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So how was your Christmas, dude?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was good. We had 25 people at the house.
Nice.
I was finally able to entertain someone at this point.
You were hosting?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
was your first time hosting?
Yeah, because we lived in a little townhome for a little while, so we couldn't fit anybody in that house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, we were able to find a place to be able to entertain some people. And
yeah, it's a lot of work in it.
Yeah. Wife did a lot of it.
Yeah, we do Christmas Eve at our house, and it's always just like, you just wait till like the last second. It's just a bunch of like just cleaning and just getting shit ready.
Yeah.
Trying to get the trash cans empty and stuff, It's crazy. Did you guys did you cook or did you order?
No, we cooked, man.
But
we got some of that baked macaroni and cheese from good old West End over there.
Oh, dude, great choice.
Yeah, Eddie hooked us up.
Great choice.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we get we get pepperoni bread from Bruni's.
There you go.
And then we get Clams Casino from Maplewood, and we get fried shrimp from Maplewood.
Okay.
And me and Michelle make shrimp cocktail and something else. And then, everyone just kind of contributes in their own way. We make this, we fry the schmelts and stuff like that. What do we get? What are you guys eating?
A little bit of everything. The typical Italian stuff, ham, meatballs.
7 Fish is typical Italian stuff. Yeah.
Meatballs, sausage, I don't know, man. Vegetable. We had some, string bean casserole. A lot of good stuff.
Cool.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's always fun.
Yeah. Can't forget about the baked mac and cheese, though.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get down with that.
Good show. So, dude, you were just showing me this comic book you made. Energy Defenders comic book.
Yeah, man.
And it couples as like a, kind of a shut the kids up mechanism while you're trying to make your pitch.
Yeah, it definitely was, man. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Larry, man. He did some good work on this.
Now, is he the original artist for the logo?
Yeah, so Larry did a lot of the work and everything like that. He has his buddy Jeff involved too as well. So got to give a lot of credit to them guys. They did some good work with us.
Yeah, this artwork is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it took us a little while to kind of get things together. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we went through a lot of different shoots and everything.
Look at that happy couple.
Oh, yeah. They love it.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
That's it.
And this is Helios.
That is Helios.
Now, how did you come up with Helios?
I mean, there's just a lot of time, just thinking about the things that I had to go through, and just making a decision to be a business owner in general. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then, being inside and, seeing families and, some of the struggles that they have and everything like that. I just felt that it was a good way to kind of like break the ice with people, make them feel a little bit more comfortable with who they're sitting in front of versus, just sitting in front of some random Joe Schmo. So, I figured it was the best way to describe myself and to express myself to people, and that I'm there to help them. I'm there to, defend, the energy for them.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Hell yeah.
Because we got a lot to defend here, man. I mean, the utility companies have been a big culprit for, energy increases. The rates have been sky high over the past, couple of years now. So, what a better way to, express myself and, show people that we're there and we care.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is a good time to ask, but do you know about the power line going to Nova Scotia now?
Yeah.
It's going to power all of New York City.
Yeah.
So where is New York City currently getting their power from?
I mean, the same way that we would normally get our power here in New Jersey, PA.
They're purchasing their energy from somewhere.
It's all outsourced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So since they're going to be getting it from Nova Scotia now, is it safe to assume that there's like a big...
Oh, there's going to be huge rate increases, man.
Well, is it so won't they bring like a surplus of energy since now this other source of energy is not going to be powering New York City anymore?
Right.
Wouldn't you assume that there'd be like a surplus of energy that would maybe lower the rates a little bit?
There may be.
Yeah.
There may be, but there's a lot of political things about this. You know what I mean?
Well, once they raise the price, I mean, it's when does anything ever go like down?
It never has.
No.
It never has. I mean, you can look it up for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, they got 50 years of historical data available to anybody.
Yeah.
It's all public record.
Yeah.
You know, utility rates have been increasing since the early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it. It's just the way that it's set up. I mean, our utility grid was designed in World War II. So, I mean, it's been around for a long time. I mean, like, rates are going to obviously go up because there's huge changes that need to be made to the grid consistently. It's like Band-Aiding something, you know, owning a car and having to, fix it consistently. I mean, you want to drive a 1985 Camaro in today's world, well, you're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, gas prices gone up, parts have gone up, labor's gone up. I mean, you're just dumping out your pockets pretty much. I mean, that's it. That's really it. So
how'd you get pulled into the whole solar field? No pun intended.
Well, I mean, I've been in construction my whole life. You know, ever since I, was in high school. Really, you know, I started working with my dad in the HVAC. You know, he was down in Florida. He was doing his own thing down there, so he was doing work for Home Depot and some of the supermarkets down there and everything like that, Publix. And I started working with him, just doing like general labor. And, I would go down there for the summer and then I would come back and, do the school thing. And then I would go back again for the summer. And I was learning, and I was learning how to make money as a man and then, save the money and buy my own vehicle, stuff like that, and then, from there I just started, working for other, contractors here in New Jersey, after I graduated high school, and then it just went from there, got into the local 19 over there in Philadelphia, went through the apprenticeship program.
What is that a labor?
It's a sheet metal workers union.
Okay.
Yeah. I did that for a little while. Unfortunately that just wasn't in the cards for me. It wasn't in my path. You know what I mean? Worked at a couple other places, around here. I had a point in time where I was, I worked for the trash company. I was just trying to find myself in life. You know what I mean? And then, one day I was approached by a buddy of mine. He's really close to me. He actually works for me right now. Thanks, Mike. But he introduced me to a guy over there in Egg Harbor Township. Started learning a little bit about the solar. Started learning a little bit about installation and how it all worked. They were brand new to the business too. They were a small company, and I owe a lot of my success to those guys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They showed me the ropes, showed me how it really was out there, and unfortunately when I left, working for them, we just weren't, on the same page anymore, and we were going in different directions. I wanted to explore and, make advancements in my career and everything. And I decided to leave. They warned me about a lot of the things in the industry, and I learned a lot, from them. It's not friendly out there. It's really not. There's a lot of shady characters out there right now, and solar has a stigma on it right now.
What do you when you say there's a lot of shady characters? Like, what are you referring to?
It's just
like people,
you just got people coming out of every nook and cranny of the world trying to sell solar because it's because you don't have to ask somebody for money. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go to somebody's home and say, hey, you got to cut me a check.
Right.
You know what I mean, for the work. Like in this case, you don't have to cut a check to us. Like, if your home's qualified and, you're up to date on your utility bill, we don't we're not asking you for money. What we're saying is, hey, if your bill is X and I'm able to save you 50% off of that bill and it doesn't cost you anything, why not do it? And it's so easy to have the conversation if you are, like a just a legitimate person that cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So a lot of the stigmas are like that, that the solar salesmen are like car salesmen, like that, kind of like that.
Yeah.
They keep bugging you kind of a thing. Like, how do you navigate that?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of persistence out there. It's really about how you go about it. You know what I mean? I've always believed this, that persistence, the right kind of persistence, will wear down the wrong type of resistance. A lot of people have a misconception about how it works. And the only way that you can really get your point across is to communicate. But you got to communicate properly. You can't just be over aggressive and there's a lot of companies out there that are like that. They have very, unique and crazy sales tactics. They just train their people the wrong way.
What's like an example of something a company can do that's considered like a crazy sales tactic?
Lie about system production, versus what they're using as far as electricity. You know what I mean? So like you could tell somebody that your system's, producing X, but they're, and it's 100% offset, but really in reality, it's not. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of that's been out there. So there's some people, that may be watching right now and, their system is not producing exactly what they were promised. And a lot of it can come from what a salesman tells that
Is that
person.
just the size of the unit that would cause something like that to happen?
Yeah, so you only have so much roof space. You know what I mean? And if you're using an abundance of electricity, and we can only produce so much because you only have so much roof space. So, I mean, a panel can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That becomes a tough sell, right? Like, hey, look, we can only make a system that's 75% of your usage. So you will have a bill from us, and you will have a bill from the electric.
Well,
company.
no,
That's a tough sale, though.
No, it's not. It's not, because I mean, it's like kind of like pulling up to a gas station. I mean, like, would you rather pay 100% for the full price of gas, or would you rather pay 75% discount?
Yeah, but I think it just makes
and
people
then 25% for the the regular price.
I know, but I think it just makes people feel like they're getting like had. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna have two bills now?
Well,
and like logically, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, look, you could save 50% of the bill on 75% of the usage, which
Right.
is a big savings by
Right.
all accounts. But you're still going to have that 25% you have to pay to the electric company.
Yeah, but the
I
great
mean,
part
it makes
part
sense.
about this
Yeah.
is now that you're in control,
Right.
right? So if you haven't made any adjustments to your house, right, whether it be like new air conditioning system, new refrigerators, maybe you haven't converted to natural gas yet and you still use an electric stove. There's a lot of different factors that you can put into this.
I have an electric stove.
Maybe you have window shakers.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't even have central air yet. You know what I mean? There's upgrades that you can make to your home to make it more energy efficient. So this way that system can provide you with 100%. You know what I mean? So there's no reason to steer away from that just because it's 75-25. It's just a matter of it being described properly to you so you can understand like how much of a benefit it actually is versus completely avoiding it because of it not offsetting 100%.
Yeah.
You're in control. Like you can control your energy. You don't have to consume as much. Look into different ways to reduce it.
Yeah.
And that's the way to get around that.
Yeah, and the other thing about it too is you can really track your kilowatt hours with solar. Right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I mean, you can theoretically do it with the electric company also, but like you're getting like really like live, up to date. Like this is what it's an app in your phone. You can like look at, like you can really be involved and like track what you're doing, as opposed to, you know what I mean. And then like it's impossible to get ripped off by an electric company like that because you know exactly what's coming in, exactly what's going out.
Right. Correct. Yeah. So I mean, like there's different ways to keep track of it. So some finance companies offer their own monitoring. Then you have your monitoring through the inverter. So there's different inverter brands that are out there. two of the top brands in the industry are Solar Edge and Enphase. We use both of them. So, I mean, we provide the customers with access to that. And then also if they go with one of our finance partners, they also give them additional monitoring too as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
How's the how's like the the business part of it going for you?
Yeah, well, this time of the year, it's a little bit slower. Holidays, can be a little hectic for people, so, we understand, it's hectic for us too as well. You know what I mean? Families, stuff like that. Everybody's running around trying to, get the last minute gifts and stuff. And then you got the new year coming in, and you got all the drones flying around and everybody's all scared of that too. So, I mean, it's, times are weird right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I expect it.
It's a good time to get off the grid, really, with these drones flying around.
I hear you, dude. I hear you. I hear you. But, I mean, business has been good, though. We've been around for about 6 years now, and we've been doing really well. I mean, we've grown.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I know Energy Defenders is doing well. I'm asking, like, the business aspect of it. Like, are there regulations, like, that are just driving you nuts? Is it, like, you got to, like, stay up to date with this and that? Like, is there, like, does New Jersey make it easy for a business owner to be a solar business owner?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think they make it too easy.
Okay.
I think they make it too easy to be a business owner in solar.
I'm sure they'll change it.
I think that they need to apply more regulations, and maybe they'll knock off some of the riffraff that's happening out there. Well, I mean, I think like we were talking earlier, there's just so many people involved in solar now. It's saturated.
What do you think they can do to mitigate that?
Testing and certifications. Make people prove that they deserve to be in the position that they hold. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't just be some random person that can walk into somebody's house and talk about solar. There's got to be certifications put in place. The state needs to get involved in that for sure. And that's what's going to make things better for the actual homeowner, because it's going to give them that peace of mind that they need and know that they're safe because they have somebody in their home that's qualified versus some random person that just got training from some, bum company out there that just wants to, grab the money train and then get out. Mm-hmm. And that's what most people are worried about, is companies going out of business, and I don't blame them. I really don't. But for us, we want to get ahead of that curve. We want to get ahead of that game, and that's why we do things a little bit differently here. So I implement training to all my reps, but they have to take testing in order to qualify to enter a person's home. And if they don't pass the test, they just don't make it through the program. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that speaks a lot. That speaks volumes, because it gives people that peace of mind that they need, when somebody's getting into their house,
Yeah. Do you think the state would step too far there? I mean, rather than just a standardized test, look what they did with trucking, for example.
Yeah.
Right. They came in and look, it's safer overall for the truckers, right? The 11 hours on, 8 hours off, the medical cards, you have to, if you want to be able to drive a stick shift vehicle, you gotta take your test with a stick shift. All these, they implemented all these rules into trucking, and it made it really difficult for business owners to make the money that they were making prior to that.
Yeah. Do
you see if the state does get a little more involved, have you weighed what might happen if they do oh look, these guys are doing really well. We could probably take a little more money from them. We could kind of get the field a little bit cleaned up. I mean, would you prefer?
Yeah, I think that there would be some things that we would have to overcome.
Some hiccups, yeah.
There would be some hiccups and everything like that. I mean, with anything new, especially with getting certifications and everything like that. But I think that, the state makes it a little too easy right now for just anybody to get involved in it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
In order to be a installation company, I mean, you have to be, a licensed contractor. You have to hold all the licensing and everything, electrical license, so on and so forth. You got to have all the insurance and everything like that, which is good because now you have a legitimate business in your home that's installing, right? Every company that installs solar has to carry, these licenses. They have to have the insurance because it's a requirement from all the finance groups that are out there too as well, right? So it's not that you have somebody in your home that isn't qualified to install it. It's the person that's presenting it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I believe the qualifications need to come into place. Other than that, you got OSHA involved and all that other good stuff. So
Yeah. Well,
these guys are compliant. But when it comes to the certification end of actually having a conversation with somebody and breaking something down realistically for someone, I think that you need to know what's being said and if it is true, right? And that's where that testing needs to come into place, because we need to know that we have people that are trained properly and people that are giving accurate information versus just making it up on the fly and, you know, misleading somebody into something that maybe isn't beneficial for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because not everybody, it's not right for everybody. You know what I mean? I always tell my guys, you know, if it doesn't look right, it don't look right. Don't force it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just move on. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and your customer will appreciate that though too, as well.
Yeah, and like that's another thing too. Is like their reminder of like your pitch is always going to be their electric bill. You know, so like even
Right.
if you do walk away, they're still going to get that electric bill next month. And they're like, yeah,
Right.
yeah, maybe I should like revisit this idea a little bit. You know.
Right. Right. And well, we run into that a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you
You
do.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had people that told me no years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get a phone call, you know, recently actually just happened. You know, I had somebody that, you know, was talking to me about it for the past 3 years. Didn't want to move forward with it. I warned them, told them that things were going to start to change, and they seen those things change. They could have prepared themselves for it a couple of years ago, but they decided not to. They took a little bit of a hit over the summertime, and that's what kind of triggered it for them. They were like, all right, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Let me give them a call.
Well, this summer was wild, dude.
Yeah.
Those electric bills are crazy.
Yeah, it was for me too, because I
crazy.
can't even get it on my house right now.
Yeah. Even like the gas bills are really high right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
Well,
Do you have natural gas?
yeah, we got natural gas. I mean, my bill's like $30-40 a month right now.
Oh, dude, I was paying
It's not bad.
I was paying over 400 last
Really?
winter. Yeah.
Holy crap!
I might just have a super not energy efficient house.
What are you guys drying clothes?
I need an energy
like
defender.
all day long, every day.
No, I don't even. We have an electric stove. Like we don't even use that much gas. I don't even know. I don't know what it is.
Wow, Holy
It's wild.
That's crazy, man.
I called them. They're like, no, that's right. I'm like, yeah,
You
sure.
know, got a gas leak somewhere or something like that? I mean, did they come out and run any tests for you or anything? No.
No, they said just look at that number on your thing and we'll just cross-reference it with our number. I'm like, shut up, dude. Like, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's like it's wild.
Right.
Yeah. So it's cool, man.
I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I got it
It's
for my mother-in-law. Got it for me.
Yeah, my
for
son,
Christmas.
he loved that.
The baby was like staring. Like couldn't take her eyes off it today. We went out to eat.
I can't take my eyes off it right now.
It's nice, right?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's great, man.
Yeah. How old's you have one son?
Yeah, he's 21. He's going to be
Yeah.
22 this year.
Sure.
I've got a 23-year-old daughter, too, as well.
Nice.
About to be a grandpop.
Oh my god,
Congratulations to me.
dude! Look at you, man. Jack Grandpa,
Oh,
Yeah.
G-pop. G-pop.
G-Pop Helios.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
So so how long were you in like solar before you just started the company? You started 2017, right?
So I went into business officially in 2019, August of,
Okay.
actually it was, to be exact, it was August 20th of 2019.
Cool. 2 days
Yeah.
before my daughter was born.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. Yeah, and I got involved in solar back in 2012. Yeah, so it's been a while.
Cool.
You know, went through a lot of the growing pains of the industry and everything, and I seen a lot of the people come in and seen a lot of the people go.
How has it changed from that point to now?
You know, the technology is still the same. They've advanced with solar panels by just adding cells to the panels. So that's where the increased wattage comes from. You know, just adding, you know, the cells to the panels. So, I mean, you know, back in the day, they were a little bit smaller. The panels have become bigger, you know, over time. And that's because, you know, you're adding more cells to the panel, you know, but it makes it more efficient for the home. So you're talking about less solar panels on the roof, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they look better too.
Yeah.
You know, back when I first got started, they were big, bulky, and blue, white lines in them. Everybody used to talk about it. They're like, I don't want them blue things on my roof. And I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, we can help you with the bill, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, nowadays, you know, they're slim, they're sleek, you know, they're black. They look better. They look a lot better. Yeah.
I never thought like solar panels look bad on roofs. I don't. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I want them in the back of my house, and I want them in the front."
Some of them do. Some of them look bad.
I've never noticed one where I was like, "Ugh, like that is an eyesore." I don't.
I've seen a couple.
I mean, it's a roof. Like,
I've seen a couple. It's
unless you got
mainly,
a slate roof or like a cedar shake roof, like who cares?
yeah.
I mean, like if you're just got like a regular shingle, like
Right.
who cares? It's not that pretty anyway.
No. I mean, a lot of them look great, man. A lot of them look great, but they're like we were talking about before. You know, there's a lot of these fly-by-night companies that are out there, and they just install it, whatever. They slap them on there real quick, and you see all the conduit lines ran on the outside of the house. Well, that's what really makes it look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to tuck them bad boys away. You know, you don't want to see that stuff.
What do you,
know
do you
what I
run
mean?
them through like the attics?
Yeah, as long as you have access to attic space, man, you can run all that stuff right in there. Looks great.
What do you do if it's like finished?
You try to tuck it away, make it look clean, paint it, you know, kind of make it blend into the roof. So this way,
Oh, to the ceiling or to the roof?
like on the outside,
Oh, okay.
you know, if it's on the outside of the house, you know, you can, you know, make it blend into the roof, you know, so you don't see it as much,
That's cool.
you know, tuck it in behind a gutter line. If you see like something running on the side of the house, you know, you can do a couple different things
Cool.
to make it look better. But mainly you want to focus on like trying to run everything through the attic space as long as you have accessibility. Yeah.
Well, dude, you're doing an awesome job with with the business. I mean, like, just this building is awesome. Like, I've been here when the place was like full of people and employees, and like everyone's like happy. It's a good atmosphere. You're innovative with the comic book strip, and you know, even like the logo, like the Helios. It's just a fun thing. You got a good thing going.
Yeah.
And a credit to you, man. I think you're doing awesome.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
no,
it.
I mean, we go way back, dude. I'm like,
You know, I
proud
owe,
of you, man.
I owe a lot to, you know, the people that, you know, come here and work here every day. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure to have them around me. It really
Cool.
is.
Awesome. So, all right, what else? How's your tricep, dude? You blew your tricep right off the bone.
Oh, man, this thing right here, phew, I'll tell you what, that was one of the biggest mistakes I made, man. Yeah, don't ever try to lift 120 pounds over your head. It's not.
Were you doing
not a
skull
good
crushers?
idea.
Did you say you were doing skull crushers?
Yeah. Yeah, not a good idea. The poor kid behind me that was spotting me, he was scared. He didn't know what the hell happened.
At what point in the lift did it go? Did you feel it coming?
As soon as I went to go push, I was back
So
here.
it was back behind your head.
I was
like if
back
you,
here
yeah.
behind my head. I overextended. I went to go push, and it was like pop, and I just felt a rip, and it was over. And thank God that kid was behind me, man, because if he wasn't, the whole thing would have tore out.
Really?
It would have been done.
You couldn't just let go?
No, it would have. I would have hyperextended it all the way, and it would have just ripped, and then I would have let go. He ripped it out of my hand before it got any further, because he heard it. He said, "Dude, I heard a loud pop." He was like, "I never heard anything like that before."
Was it like deformed?
No, it's actually
No, it
pretty
looks
good.
Yeah, it looks fine.
No, it's
and you
pretty
never
good. I
even
mean-
had to have surgery or nothing, right?
No, so it was a mild tear. You know, it was just a medial tendon. You know, so I didn't tear the whole thing. It was just the middle portion of it. You know, and I got a second opinion. They told me that I could get it. You know, but if I'm not playing sports, you know, or anything like that anymore, you know, I can get away with it, and you know, I'll lose a little bit of my strength, but you know, it'll heal and I'll be okay. And I was like, all right, well, I ain't got time for all the surgery crap.
That's such a pain in the ass.
Nah, I'm
That's
good,
crazy.
man. I mean, I would have been laid up for like 6 months, like with this stupid sling for a month and a half, and then going through the therapy, and then not being able to really do the normal
it's your
things
right
that
hand,
I do.
too.
And it's my right hand,
Oh.
so you know,
That's tough.
nah, not a
You
good
think, did they say it'll like hurt you like when you're older and it rains?
one. He said that I could get it a little bit weaker, you know, with age and everything like that. I might get a little bit of arthritis maybe up in there at some point, but you know, I'm okay with it, man. You know, I'm okay with it. I got a little bit of pain in my knee and stuff like that. I deal with that all the time. So what the hell's the difference with
no.
this? You know what I mean? Plus, I've been working it out, man. I've been working through it and everything. You know, taking it slow, and it seems like it's doing pretty good.
Do they think you'll be able to like lift? Like, are you gonna be able to do a skull crusher again?
No, I'll never do a skull crusher.
How about like a bench press?
I can do a bench press. I can do
Tricep extension.
I can do tricep extension.
Can you
like,
really?
With the rope like coming down like this and everything like that. Yeah.
Is it like super lightweight?
Yeah, I do super lightweight right now. Yeah. Like I'm not going over like 30 pounds, you know, no more than that. Like I did a chest press the other day with dumbbell, and it was like the most I went up to was like 50 pounds. You know what I mean? It's super light on my chest, but when I'm moving the arms, it's fatigued pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can imagine. So what else do you do, like, besides just lift and shit?
I mean, I sit in the sauna for like 25 minutes a day. It's freaking awesome, man.
Oh,
love it.
It's the best.
Love it.
I miss the sauna.
Cold plunge, at least like a minute and a half
Do
a
you?
day. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, like,
Where do you go to Adrenaline?
Yeah, I go to Adrenaline. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I go in the morning. I go like between like 6:30 and 7 o'clock. So, you know, it's one of the best times to go. Nah.
No? Dude, I was, when I go, it's usually like around 5.
Yeah.
And it's usually busy, like pretty busy, like unusually busy. You can't find a parking spot. I have to park in the street.
Yeah, no, I've seen it like that.
It's wild,
early.
dude.
It does get kind of busy. Well, you got a lot of construction guys and everything like that go in there a little earlier and everything. They're trying to get it in before they, you know, got to hit.
I think it's the only time to go. I don't think you. There's 0% chance I could go after work.
Yeah, well, no, you don't want to go after
can't.
work, man. It's a bunch of riffraff in there around like 7, 8 o'clock.
It's that, and
Yeah.
like you're tired, and like I gotta like help with the kids. Like I gotta like stuff to do. Like I gotta like live my life at that point, you know. So it's tough to, you know, break loose and get out of the house.
I try to go at night. I tried. You know, you know, sometimes it's good.
I can be more consistent at night. Like I can like if I go at night,
Yeah.
I could be very consistent for a very long time. When I go in the morning, it takes almost nothing to get me like off track. Like I miss a day, and it's like I feel like I miss like 3 weeks. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
you know?
I agree with that, dude. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do it all the time, man. So I go at least like 5 to 6 days a week, but I'm not lifting every single day I go. Like, you know, I take my time with it and everything. I mean, the only reason why I got hurt was because I tried to do more than I normally do. You know what I mean? And I'm 41.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a spring chicken no more.
41. Really?
Yeah.
You're about to be a grandpa, dude.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I know, man. I know. It's
You're gonna be like a great grandpa one day.
yeah, and it's granddaughter too. Granddaughter.
Wow.
Yeah. She's gonna be a cool kid, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, daughters, having daughters is it's different, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. My stepdaughter, she's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her to death, dude. She's
It's fun,
great.
Man. Yeah, the girls they're fun.
Yeah. She's gonna be a great mom, man. Yeah. And her boyfriend's a good guy too.
Cool.
You know.
What's he do?
He works for his father. He's in construction.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tuna Blue, dude. You gotta get him on Tuna Blue.
That's it. I'll bring him in.
I gotta show him it. He's gotta like and subscribe first. Then maybe you can come in.
All right. I'll hit him up later. I'll let him know.
All right, so back to the solar. So one of the things that like I feel like a lot of people, like one of the concerns a lot of people have is, well, this company, yeah, they you know, because a big part of the sales pitch is the warranty, right? It's like, look, 25 years, you never have to worry about the system. Like if anything goes, we're gonna fix it. If you need a new roof, this comes with a 30-year warranty. You don't have to. If we fuck up the roof with the system, then we come back, we fix the roof. Like you're covered for 25 years. That's like a big part of the pitch.
Right.
And the big concern for a lot of people is like, well, you know, like all of these companies, what they do is they promise you the world, they give you the warranties, then in 2 years they go out of business, they void the warranty, and then you're shit out of luck. Mm-hmm. So like, how do you compete? Like number one, like, how do you respond to that? And is that like a valid concern? And number two, like, how do you like navigate? Like, how do you deal with that?
I mean, that's a good question, man. I think that, the market's saturated. There's a lot of companies out there. So, it's kind of tough to choose exactly who you're going to go with. A lot of times I run into people that just go off of price, and how cheap it is. Those are necessarily the people that we run into that have the most problems. Okay. I speak with people consistently throughout the days because we have a call center here where, we reach out to folks that are interested. And some of these people that we've reached out to, they've already had solar on their home, or they just had it installed over the past couple of years. And, when we have conversation we ask them questions like, how did you make the decision? Like what was the main factor of your decision? And they would always say, I got the best price. What I've learned that it's not about the best price. It is about the person and the company that you're sitting in front of, right? That you can tell based off of who you're sitting in front of that you're actually getting, what you're going to pay for, right? Because you do get what you pay for, right? And I find that people wind up having the most problems when they look for the cheapest price, right? So the best part about this is that you have finance companies that are involved in this, right? There's a lot of money that's involved in it, right? So they buy these systems, okay? They own it. Kind of like the electric company owns the power lines and all that good stuff, right? You get your electric from there, right? So they own these solar panels. They're purchasing them for you. They're going to put them on your roof. And they're going to guarantee the panels just like the utility company guarantees the power lines, okay? So when you get that guarantee from that company, you have an installation company that installs it. They could go out of business, but the finance company's not going to go out of business. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. And if they do go out of business, there's going to be another group that purchases that portfolio of business. So there's always going to be a warranty, and there's always going to be somebody to pay, because you still got to pay for the electric that the system provides you with. So you could either go with a PPA, you can go with a lease, or you can own the equipment. Any option is a good option. It just depends on the person that we're sitting with and, what suits them best as a family or as an individual or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Some people are on fixed income. Some people don't work full time. Some people are retired. So it's not this, a lot of times it's not necessarily the best avenue for them to take when it comes to purchasing a solar system, because a lot of people have purchased solar and they've lost out on the tax credit because they didn't qualify for it, right? So they had no business purchasing the solar system. So what we do is we'll do an evaluation with those people. We'll make sure that they're going to get enrolled into the right program. And we just ask them general questions about, who they are as people and what they do for a living and everything like that. And then we come to a determination on what's going to be best for them, right? So when we enroll them into a program like an ownership or a PPA or a lease, there's always going to be a warranty that's tied to the finance company. So they're always going to have that protection with the actual finance group that's a multi-billion-dollar company. If the installer goes out of business, it is what it is. They have multiple installers that are available to the consumer. So they could just call the finance company, let them know their issue, and then what they can do is they can put them in contact with one of the preferred installers that they have.
So Energy Defenders is an installer?
Or the first thing you would do is if you have a relationship with the person that came out to meet with you, that showed you what program is best for you, that's the first person that you should reach out to let them know exactly what is happening. So this way they can come up with a solution for you and try to get some answers.
So, all right. So Energy Defenders is an installer.
So we are a,
with everything you just said, Energy Defenders would be considered the installer.
No, we're not considered the installer.
Okay.
So we partner with installation groups that I've had relationships with for years. Okay. these companies that we work with are some of the top companies in New Jersey. So I go out, I make the evaluations, I make sure that we have, number one, we have crews that are qualified. Number two, I need to see what their training centers look like. I want to see that these guys are actually being trained to be on someone's roof. I want to make sure that they have the electrical licenses that are necessary. And I want to make sure that they have, good pricing for our customers, right? Because that's really what it comes down to. And then, just making sure that we're able to maintain, communication for our customers and keep them in loop consistently. I like to call it like the white glove service that maybe they don't have with other companies out there, where you can just reach out to somebody and get in contact with a live human versus talking to a machine.
So when you offer warranties, they're not really warranties through you. They're through the installer or through the financing company.
They are.
Okay.
They are.
Okay. So,
but when it comes to
if Energy Defenders,
yeah.
for example, goes out of business, like the warranties aren't voided
No,
until the install. And then like if so say you purchased one, theoretically,
yeah.
Energy Defenders says we're done with this. I'm gonna go be a grandpop. I'm done. Right.
Right.
Then the installer is still on the hook for the warranty. But then if the installer goes out of business, if you purchased it. Yeah, but if you purchased it.
No, it's still the finance company, whether it's a lease, PPA, or ownership.
So it's not really a valid concern then what the business is doing, if it's opening, closing, switching, this, that. It's not really a valid concern because like the only thing that matters is the financing company.
Really, the only thing you should be paying attention to is the price. I mean, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
So what's so how do these companies offer prices that are that not competitive?
Desperation.
Yeah, but like how do they pull the numbers out of their hat? Like how do they offer it? Like if there's a finance company behind it and someone says, "Look, I'll give you these solar panels for 4 cents a kilowatt hour." Like how do you?
Every company does business differently.
But how would that even theoretically? How can a company do that? Like
it's all based upon the position of a roof. It's based upon the tilt, azimuth, and shade. That's how every home is evaluated. So it's based upon efficiency. The more efficient a home is, the better the pricing the customer can get.
Okay, so in a company like yours, how would you stand to gain anything by offering more or less of a it seems like optimizing the savings is more advantageous for a business like this than just cutting it. What does anyone stand to gain by charging 20 cents a kilowatt hour as opposed to 8 cents a kilowatt hour?
Well, they have the ability to make more money if they're charging more money price per kilowatt hour.
But is the company just receiving money once a month? I mean, once you kind of pass the buck to the financing, to the owner of the solar system, or is there a fixed price to the solar system, and then you're basing your prices based on your fixed price that you're? Is that how it goes? Is that the business model? So the owner of the solar panel says, Energy Defenders, you guys give us whatever 5 cents a kilowatt hour, and then you're making your sale on whatever over what you're paying.
No, it's all based upon the equipment, how much a solar system actually costs.
You're not getting revolving money from every customer, right?
No, they're paying us. So the finance group tells us what they're willing to charge the customer, price per kilowatt hour, and then they pay us to install it, right? And I get paid from that. Right. So every solar system is different. Everybody uses a different amount of electricity, so every system size is different. Yeah. There's larger system size and then there's really small system sizes. We get paid based upon the system size.
Okay. So system size is, I don't know. What's an example of a system size, an average system size?
I mean, with our company, it's a 10 kW.
Okay.
But a 10 kW can produce, 8,000 kilowatt hours, depending on, the position of the roof, shading, trees around it, everything like that. Or you could have a perfect scenario where, that system is producing 14,000 kilowatt hours.
I'm just trying to figure out like how or why a company would lowball, like how they could lowball it to the point where it's like affecting the actual service. Like how could a company come in, like say Energy Defenders offer someone 15 cents a kilowatt hour for a system.
Right.
Joe Schmo Defenders offers the same customer 5 cents a kilowatt hour. Like where's the drop off at? Like what do they have to sacrifice that they're giving a customer such a lesser product?
Well, they're sacrificing, being in business. They're sacrificing that. They're not going to offer the customer, the satisfaction that they're looking for when it comes to, a company being reliable and being there for them, 10, 12, 15 years down the road from now. Those companies aren't going to be around. They're going to be gone. It's because those companies operate based on pure volume. That's it. Mm-hmm. They just want to sign you and move on.
It's just a cash flow machine.
Cash flow machine. Yeah. That's it. They just want to sign you and move on. That's it.
Which obviously isn't a good business model, but like so say you
but
were.
That's the fastest way for somebody to grab cash.
But how does it affect the customer if a customer is getting a system that's a 10 kW from a company like that? How is that different than a system from you, to the point where they are having issues with their system as opposed to your, like what corners are these companies cutting that is affecting the customers this much to like this dissatisfaction?
There's a lot of things that they could be doing, man. It's the quality of people that work for them, really, what it comes down to. Solar's, I've always said this, man, solar's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. It's just the people that are involved in it make it bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, like kind of like everything.
So like if you don't respect your company and you're just using it as a tool to just funnel and grab as much money as you possibly can in a short period of time, you're using it like a Ponzi scheme. You're using it like a what do they call them things? The pyramid scheme. Mm-hmm. There you go. You're kind of just trying to funnel in as much money as you can, get a bunch of whatever sales reps you can, let them say whatever they want, and then you just move on. Nobody cares about it. Mm-hmm. You're out of business then at that point. Out of sight, out of mind. But then you have companies that care, that actually want to do good and want to be around and want to take care of these systems, 15, 20, 25 years from now. It's a part of their responsibility to this industry. You know what I mean? And they're the future of this industry. Those companies that you see out there, they're not the future of the industry. They're just the bad eggs. And I wear the black eye for these guys. Mm-hmm. And it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating.
So when you're saying all this stuff, they're not like cutting your prices in half. They're just offering like $25 less a month, and people are just going with it because it is like just the lowest number.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay.
But it also could come down to, the person too as well. Mm-hmm. They might genuinely like that person though too, and they just have the better price. Mm-hmm. But 9 times out of 10, it's just a better price. That's it.
Yeah, but we're not talking like crazy different numbers.
No.
We're talking a few bucks a month.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I look at it this way, man. Like, I don't play games with people. I don't try to do the whole price drop situation or anything like that. We come in with our price. We come in with our best price. And if somebody doesn't like it, they just don't like it. Mm-hmm. It's fine. You have the ability to look at someone else and compare. That's the great part about this. You know what I mean? But, for me, I always say, hey, we come in, no BS, no bullshit. Here's our price. If you don't like it, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's proof by this interview, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting here, you're answering some tough questions. So I feel like,
I appreciate the questions, really, man. It's been a while since I've been questioned so thoroughly.
Yeah. I mean, I told you before, while we weren't rolling, but like, I just feel like there's a lot of interest in solar, but there's also like a lot of trepidation. Like a lot of people are really scared of that change.
Right.
So it's good that you have the opportunity to like share the message. And I think it's good for you to answer the questions that like I feel like most people would be like, well, like how are you fucking me? You know, because
Right.
that was always how I felt. You know, like you know, let it be known, like
Listen.
you guys are coming in to put a new system, a new roof on my house in a couple weeks, right? Maybe next month or something.
And I
Super
appreciate
excited.
the opportunity
Yeah,
too, man.
dude, it's
Thank
awesome.
you.
I'm happy.
This guy ice grilled me with the most questions you can think of in his house. I really, honestly, I thought I was going to be leaving, and then I would maybe talk to him next year. But we got it done, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it done, and we're going to do a good job, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm pumped. I know my wife's pumped. We're really excited about it. But like I was saying, yeah, like there's a lot of like just that fear of like the change, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone's always scared of getting the additional electric bill too. How do you take that concern away from people?
Well, I mean, it's all timing based, right? So like with solar, a lot of people like to put it off around this time of the year, right?
But it's a perfect time of year to do it.
But this is actually this is our slow season when it should be our busiest, because solar is, you know, there's a process with this, man. It's not like, you know, if you tell me I want to go solar, right? I'm not going to be able to come down to your house a couple days from now and start putting solar panels on your roof. Like I have to go through a process. Like our installation companies have to go through a process. It's all regulated. So like we have to pull permits, we have to get interconnection with the utility company, we have to get approvals from the state of New Jersey. Like there's a lot of steps that need to be taken, and all those steps take time. And normal install time frame is about 60 days if you're a company that follows the guidelines. Okay? It's about 60 days. So like there's time in between there. You know what I mean? Anything can happen too as well. You know, you could wind up having a denial. You know, the township doesn't have to approve our permits. They you know, the electric company doesn't have to approve our interconnection application. You know what I mean?
So like we have a segment, right? It's called The Dumbest Thing You've
Right.
Seen This Week.
Okay.
Right. So every time we have an interview, I always ask them like, what's the dumbest thing you've seen this week? But not this week. You could go like, you could just go like forever. Like in your solar career, what is the dumbest thing you've seen? Is it like, cause like, I mean, you had to go in like countless houses, countless like situations, like, you know, I mean, like I've never been like a salesman where like I went in people's houses. So
Right.
you guys got to be like loaded with stories. I'd like to get some dirt. Let's get some dirt. What's the dumbest thing you've seen in your life?
Oh my God. I know I can tell you one thing. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, man. I've seen a lot of people. And one thing that I can tell you is don't ever judge a book by its cover. I met with a family that was, they were not very clean. Like they were very,
Dirty.
dirty. Yeah, very, very dirty.
Skanks.
It smelled very badly. I had to hold myself back from like gagging. It was that bad. And I pushed myself through because I knew that they needed help.
Was it cats? Like what's so stinky?
Dog shit
Just lying around the house.
everywhere.
In the house?
In the house, in the yard. It was all over the place, man. It was the worst smell I've ever
And their
endured in
their
my
electric
life.
bill was up to date.
Oh yeah. Oh, when I pulled up to the house, man, like it was all over the front yard. I don't even know how the neighbors even like they must get the cops called on them. I don't know. But then I had to walk into the backyard to get pictures of the back roof and to get the meter and everything, and I was walking around landmines everywhere, man. It was all over the place. It was really like crazy. Like I couldn't believe it. And then when I got in the house, it was the same thing.
Oh,
It was the same thing, and as soon as the guy opened the door, man, it slapped me in the face like a ton of bricks, dude. It was terrible. Terrible. But you know, we were able to kind of like, you know, move our way outside so this way I could like alleviate the smell a little bit. And you know, the whole time I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, you know, I'm not going to be able to get these poor people approved. You know what I mean? Their electric bill was $600-700. They didn't know what they were doing. You know, and I could see that there was disarray in the house, man. Like there was a lot of like shit literally happening. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you know, I got them approved, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. From everything that I was seeing and everything like that, I didn't feel like I was going to be able
Well, if they're up to date
help
with
them.
a $500-600 electric bill, then
So
they got to be
point,
doing.
at that point in time, we didn't have, you know, the options that we have now. Then we had to do a credit check, you know, and this was like, you know, 7-8 years ago. So I had to do a credit check with them, and they got approved. But if it was today, I wouldn't have to do that. Like, we have no credit option. So, like, you know, you can just, you know, get approved, you know, by, you know, your home. You know, if your home is structurally sound, you don't owe any money on your utility bill, and you're up to date on your property taxes, we can enroll you into the program without having to do any credit check or anything at all.
Well, those are pretty important things to be up to date, though. You want a glass of scotch?
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do
Some
it.
scotch? You want some scotch?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That looks like a good bottle, too.
It's a very good bottle there. It's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Yeah. Lagavulin 16.
Is that moonshine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, you want that? I brought it here because I'll never
Can I
drink
try?
it.
Can I try it?
Yeah, have some
Is it
moonshine.
open or?
Yeah, I don't know. Just open it. Take it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try that.
Yeah. What are you?
Is it, what kind of flavor is it?
I think
Is
it's
it got a
sweet
flavor in
tea.
it? Sweet tea. All right.
Sweet tea though?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's try it. So what I was saying about the you know, when people decide to go solar and everything like that, right?
Heavy hand.
Yeah, it's good. The when they make a decision to go solar, they usually do it like in like the summertime.
Thanks,
when
Lou.
their bill goes all the way up and they're just like, I got to do something.
Fuck
about
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Really, the best time to do it is in December or November. You know, the fall and winter months are the best time to sign up for it because it takes 60 days, 90 days to get to the point of installation. And then you have to get an inspection done. And then you have to wait for the utility company to turn the meter on. Okay? So all that time, you know, you definitely want to do it in the winter months because you're going to get turned on in the springtime, which is the best for solar. It's the optimal months for it. You know what I mean?
And that's because you could bank the most hours, right?
Right.
In those months,
right.
like
well, you got to remember you're getting more daylight hours,
and you're not.
That's what it's based on.
And you're not using as much energy.
Right.
Right. So.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Yeah. So yeah. In the summertime, you're probably not producing as. Is it good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
In the summertime, you're probably not producing as much as you're consuming, right?
Well, it depends on the person. You know what I mean? Some people are going to produce more than what
but
they
like
consume.
but like
yeah.
typically like an air conditioner, fucking like you're consuming a lot of an energy.
Well, here's the thing: some people, you know, their home was built 30 years ago. They haven't upgraded their air conditioner. It's been 30 years. The thing needs to get upgraded. The reason why your bill is so high is because that thing's 30 years old. It's not performing the way that it did when it was originally installed. So if you want the bill to go down, that's one of the first places I would look, is to see if you can get the air conditioner replaced. And I don't mean just replacing the outside condenser. I mean replacing the whole entire thing. Okay. Right? Now, is there a way for you to get that at no cost? No. Is there rebates out there? Yeah. But solar is a way for you to achieve that by, you know, getting the system, getting the savings, and then putting that savings towards a new unit. So this way you can reduce what you're consuming in the house.
That makes sense.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of different ways that you could look at this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good that's a good game plan. You know?
Yeah.
I could probably use a new air conditioner. I have two units.
Yeah.
They're probably old as who knows.
Yeah, it will reduce.
They look old.
It will reduce what you're consuming, man. It will help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool. And how much would you like? Do Windows are they like a huge deal?
They can be.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be. I mean, like we do an energy audit with one of our partner companies. They offer it with their program. So when a customer elects to move forward with us, we'll actually come out and perform that and find out where they're losing the most energy and everything like that. And then, you know, give them a little care package, you know, to help them, you know, reduce what they're consuming. And then, you know, give them like a plan to help them.
That's cool. Can I get do I get an energy audit?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What did we go with? We go with no, I don't know.
Dude, can I tell you something? I've gotten like a million.
You should. I can't remember who we went with, but you should.
I've gotten a bunch of texts and emails from people that are not the energy defenders about like solar this, solar that. Hi, my name is this. Is that you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? I just totally ignore them every time, 1,000% of the time. Yeah.
I wouldn't ignore them.
Yeah.
Let me know when you get the email, and I'll let you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't even. Yeah, because you know what happens is like when you. Now, I don't know if you guys do this at all, but like a lot of companies, like when they have to like run a credit check for you or something, they sell that information to like these other companies who know why they're running the credit check. And then you get hit with all this spam about like when I refinanced my home, they run a credit check and then I got blasted, dude. Like I'm talking like 8 times a day from 7 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night with these calls from like, and they switch to area codes. They switch like, they figure out what numbers you're answering. The sky, you can block the call. It doesn't matter. Like they'll just call you on another one. Like they have unlimited digits for some reason. They steal other people's phone numbers.
They all do it, man.
It's nuts, man.
Regardless of what we buy, we get a credit check done. You're releasing your information.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just it's marketing, man, at its finest.
That's like I feel like that never used to happen before.
No, it did. It's just the way the world is now, man. I mean, you have access to more things.
I want to change my phone number.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. If you looked at my phone, you'd go crazy.
It's nuts.
I get calls all day. I'm a business owner, so I got tons of marketing agencies.
I had the trucking company. I get them. I mean, like I haven't been operational since March.
I get a phone call from a cleaning service at least 5 to 6 times a day. Yeah. Damn. Little Filipino women calling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they do soap dispensers?
I got to get that thing taken care of.
We don't wash our hands here anyway. It doesn't really matter. We're construction workers.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, you in.
Yeah. So that's cool. How about what else is going on in your life, man? Fuck work.
I mean, I'm going to be a pop. I mean, that's good. I'm excited about that. Baby's going to be born in March. You know, late February, March. Mm-hmm. You know, that's when she's going to be coming. Her name's Brinley.
That's close, man. It's right around the corner.
Yeah,
be here before you know it.
We're very excited about that. I mean, we got to start getting ready. You know,
should we live with you?
Yeah, she's going to be going back and forth and everything like that. You know, her boyfriend's from Pennsylvania, so you know she goes there and then she'll. Oh, okay. She'll probably visit them on the
So you're going to have like a nursery in her home for the baby?
Yeah. So, you know, my wife and I got some plans and everything.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
That's like way more exciting than like if she wasn't living with you.
So, I mean, like, you know, we really considered like, you know, having, you know, another baby and everything. But, you know, we're older and, you know, she's, you know, had, complications and stuff like that. So like, you know, we just decided that we're just not going to do that. And I mean, it's kind of a blessing, you know, this happened because it's, you know, it's really given me another opportunity too, as well as a man, you know, to provide, you know, when I didn't have the opportunity, you know, when I was, you know, younger and my son was born, he was 21. I was still a kid. I was 18 years old, you know? So,
man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was tough. And I feel like I got a lot to offer now, you know? Like, I feel like I can do a lot of good for her and the baby. You know what I mean?
How's your relationship with your son? It's got to be pretty. I mean, like,
he's awesome.
When you're that close in age, it's got to be like awesome.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's got to be really
awesome.
cool.
I mean, I gave him an opportunity to work here with me, you know, and he's doing something that he loves. I mean, and he's excelling in it, and I couldn't be more thankful for it, man. You know what I mean?
That's some good.
You know, God bless me, dude.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I totally forgot you had a baby when you were 18. That's scary, man, at the time.
I got to tell you, dude, it was some of the roughest moments of my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's rough. It's got to be rough for the whole 9 months leading up to it.
Yeah.
And then how does it change like once the baby's there? Is it get easier? Probably not, right? I thought when we had a baby, like I thought having a baby was going to be like, oh, this like beautiful blessing, but you're just like, it's just a test of your patience, like the whole time. I feel like.
As a kid, I mean, like I
especially as a kid.
there's a lot that I remember that I don't want to remember.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. It wasn't, it had nothing to do with my son or anything like that. It's just a lot of, bad memories with, just being kids and not, being together and, you had divide and families and stuff like that. It was tough, man. It was really tough. I mean, I have a fantastic relationship with my son's mother now. I mean, I'm very thankful for it and everything. I mean, she's a great mother.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
She's a
awesome.
great mom. She's doing good.
Yeah, what a wild time, dude.
Yeah.
18. Her parents were probably pissed, dude.
Yeah, they didn't like me very much.
I guess so.
They did not like me, man.
What do you think's going on? Yeah.
No, it was not a good situation, man. My mom was very disappointed in the situation, but we got we got a nice young man on our hands now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take to like shift the tides on that whole situation?
Years.
Really?
Years.
Even with the
man,
parents?
Years. Yeah, it was weird, man, for a while. You know what I mean? There was just a lot of things going on, dude. We're trying to find our way through life, and she, had her differences and everything, and she wanted to, do for herself and everything, and I can understand. I'm a lot more understanding now than I was then. I mean,
isn't that crazy how big of a difference you are, like the difference you are in
no, it's crazy, man. It's crazy compared to the guy that I was then compared to now. It's 10 times different.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like the same person anymore.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the relationship is good though, man. The family's good. Great people, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. When did you when do you feel like you became like a man and you stopped like playing a pity party? You stopped waiting for things to get like handed to you. Not saying that you did. I'm talking about me. Like for me, like I waited for things to get handed to me for a really long time before I realized, man, I gotta just go take it. If I'm gonna I can't, like I need to depend on me and that's it.
I mean,
that's a big
step.
step.
I mean, I'm very thankful for my family, man. If it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't be the guy that I am today. You know what I mean? My grandfather, did a lot for me. Gave me an opportunity to stay with him when he didn't necessarily have to have me stay with him. You know what I mean? I was I was doing bad things back then. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing right. You know what I mean? I was making poor decisions. I was hanging out with bad people. I wasn't, holding down a good job. Like, I just wasn't making good decisions as a man, and I think a lot of it came from being, young and, becoming a father at such a young age. I think there was a lot of confusion and everything, but, it turned me into who I am today, man. It gave me the thick skin that I need,
Yeah.
It gave me the tools. I learned a lot from it. You know what I mean? And it humbled me. And I like to look at it like I never was really handed anything, really, man. My family was never born with, I was never born with a golden spoon in my mouth. You know what I mean? I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
You've seen where we
I
came
know your
from.
family,
and everything. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to life. You know what I mean? And like, I just don't think I was handed anything, man. I went through it. I went through it. I watched my mother go through it. I watched my father go through it. I watched my brothers go through it. I mean, we did not have it easy. So, I mean, I like to think that everything that I have in this life, dude, I've worked my ass off for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've gotten to where I am today. The grace of God, man. I'm here. I'm
and
doing my thing.
It is because you made that decision. Like, I'm going to stop being like this and I'm going to start, like, I'm going to take this first step upward.
Right.
I'm going to stop, like, just doing what I'm doing.
I'm going to have to say I probably reached that when I was 28 years old, man. I hit an all-time low, and that was it for me, man. That was it. And I never looked back.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell
never
yeah.
looked back, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was a late bloomer, too, man. I was right around the same age, and, man, I don't know what it was. Like, I feel like I never had, like, like, I didn't have it rough, you know what I mean? I don't know what made me be the way I was for such a long time. I honestly, dude, I honestly thought that things were just going to fall in my lap. Like I didn't think I had to work for anything for a long time.
No, I had that vibe too.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna
hit the lottery.
just gonna be rich. Yeah, like whatever.
I'm gonna hit the lottery.
I didn't think nothing of it. Like
NJ Records.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna be Mike Tate's entourage.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Yeah, I just thought it was.
Big shout out to Mike.
I did a basket pong. You remember basket pong?
Oh yeah, Paulie Capuccio.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. That game.
I thought I was gonna get rich off that.
Not
even close.
I thought that game was gonna be out there, man.
That was a cool game.
It was.
If that would have got, dude, I'll tell you what. If that would have got backed by the right people, it would have worked.
It would have made it.
Paul. They put me and Paul in charge of like everything, which was like the worst thing ever at the time. Like, you guys go to Panama City Beach for a month. Go ahead, promote it.
Oh my God.
Here's a credit card. Don't pay for nothing.
That had to be fun though.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's fun. We didn't sell a fucking game at all.
No.
We had one in the frat house.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was a great game, wasn't
Jimmy
it?
Hilltwine hooked it up, and it was
Nice.
fun until somebody dunked and broke the whole thing.
Yeah.
It
It's
lasted a couple days.
yeah, well that's job security for the basketball people, you know?
I wonder if he
they
still
break
has
easy.
some. You think he's got them?
They got to be in a warehouse somewhere, dude. They got so many made. They had to rent a warehouse for him, and we didn't sell any of them, dude.
Listen, Paul, if you got a couple of them laying
He's
around,
in Hamilton. I've been talking
listen,
to Paulie.
I mean, if he's watching or whatever, if you got a couple of them laying
Put
around,
one up right here, dude.
I'll put one on here.
I'll put one right here.
I'll start selling them for you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why not?
Oh yeah.
I think that game's great.
Let's
man.
get it back.
Love it.
Basketball.
Let's go.
You could
in.
Google basketball and you could see like
I did.
it was legit, dude.
Yeah, you
it was
put it in the
legit
swimming
setup.
pool. You have a little floaty in there and everything.
It was so
pretty
legit.
cool.
The packaging was legit. It was all together in the base of the basket.
Yeah.
There was the poles. You could pull them like they fit into the base of it. You pull them out, and then the backboard was the top of it.
Yeah.
And then it was just beer pong, but just vertical.
I know.
Get verticalized. That was the.
Did you guys have like tournaments or anything like that?
Oh
Like,
yeah, we would throw tournaments in Panama City Beach. We threw like a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of tournaments, and like we were cool. Like the MC, like we were at like the spring break down there. So we
Right.
were tight with like the MC and the DJ and all them guys. Like we just got in tight with all them like immediately, like all the monster like promoters and everything like that.
Right.
So they were like, "Oh yeah, give us a couple cases. Like we'll promote him on stage." So like he'd be on stage, there'd be thousands of people on the beach, dude, just going hard.
Right.
Right. And he would just like basketball and like he could have said anything and people were like, yeah, you know what I mean? and like we would throw like these basketball tournaments at like this bar and that bar. And it was just like, it was I mean, it was
Right.
fun. We didn't learn a thing, didn't accomplish a thing. We gave away a ton of shit. But like,
Yeah, but you got to meet some good people, probably, right? I mean, like
none of which I've
Yeah,
kept in touch with at all.
right,
before. But yeah, it was definitely an experience for
Right.
sure. It was wild. It was wild.
That's what's up, man.
I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that was this same life. Like I can't believe that was me.
You know what I can't? You know what I can't believe? My brother plays in a band.
Yeah, dude, a badass band. Played at my wedding.
Think about that.
Played at my wedding, bro.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of my wedding. Well, not really. Obviously, my
Getting
getting married was the highlight of my wedding. But they were awesome, dude. I had everything at that wedding. I
Right.
bought 100 cheesesteaks from Flounder for afterwards when everyone was drunk, stumbling out the fucking place.
Right.
He was handing out cheesesteaks. I had a cigar roller right there, just fucking like Cubans. I don't even know. I didn't even see them. And then we had the band. We had, and man, dude, that was the best night
Yeah.
ever.
They got good, man.
It was awesome, man.
They're excellent.
And
man.
Ryan's the glue, man. Ryan's what a good dude, man.
Yeah. He
Love
is.
Ryan. Yeah, he's
He is.
awesome.
He's came a long way with that band, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and Vinny. Definitely.
Vinny is such a good singer.
Yeah.
It's
He's
insane.
amazing.
It's insane, dude. His Chris Cornell, like that was our wedding song was a Chris Cornell song.
Really?
It was a Chris Cornell cover of Led Zeppelin's "Thank You." That's what we gave him. So Chris Cornell did an acoustic version of "Thank You"
Okay.
by Led Zeppelin. We said this is like the version of "Thank You" we like.
Right.
Dude, when he started, I mean, he sounded just like Chris Cornell.
Yeah,
Chris
he
Cornell
does-
was my favorite.
He does
ever.
good with that, man.
Yeah,
he
he's
does
really
good with that.
He is really
The
good.
one Alice in Chains too. There's
Yeah.
a couple songs that he does with them, and he sounds amazing. dude.
Yeah. Even like the dances, like we like the mother son dance and he was just so good at everything. I mean, unbelievable. We did.
Yeah.
What's my song? It was Rod Stewart. Some Rod Stewart song. My mom wanted me to do it.
Right.
And man, he was just pitch perfect. I mean, it was just awesome. They are so fun to watch.
Yeah.
We go check on me.
They're doing something in Dewey, for New Year's or something like that. I might go. I'm not sure yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It's a little bit of a hike. You know.
Yeah,
I got to take the ferry and everything like that.
Bring the car. Put it on the ferry.
I just driving home and everything like that. I'm gonna have to get a hotel there, man, if I'm gonna go down that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you see how expensive the hotels are down there? No. It's crazy. Yeah,
not at all.
Like $400 or $500 just for one night. It's crazy.
Grazie.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit more, man.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here. We're like a Toyota. We don't get warmed up for 150,000 miles up in the air. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, Ryan, man, we were tight for a long time, man. Spent a lot of nights hanging over
I know.
Your house. Yeah.
I know.
That was fun.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got?
Just living life, man.
Yeah.
Just living life the best I can. That's it, man. Day by day.
You guys go to church? You guys go to church? Thanks.
Yes, we do.
When did that start?
So I started going to Solid Rock.
Is that in Hamilton?
It's at Berlin.
Okay.
I started going there about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. It was something that I've needed in my life for like a while, man. You know what I mean? And it gave me a great understanding, for my purpose and everything, and like what I have to offer to people, and then just what I have to offer to my family and my wife, and just being that man that I always wanted to be and everything, because this really at the end of the day, I mean, you got to go by the expectations that God has for you. You know what I mean?
It's been weighing on me, man. Going to church.
It's really tough to really think about it though too, man, because a lot of people are ignorant to it and they don't really think about it, and it's easy to not think about it, and just kind of go through the motions.
Well, I think it's easy to pretend like you're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
But if you have any kind of a religious background at all whatsoever, it's really hard to not think about it. I feel like, and
I wasn't very religious for a while, man. And the only reason why I think that is because it was kind of like, when you're young, it's just go to church. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and all right, yeah, I go to church, but
it's just like go to school.
Did I retain any of the information? Right. No, I didn't. I didn't retain nothing because it wasn't my choice.
You retained like the spirit of it.
I did. I can say that for sure. And I know what was right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I've made the decision now, man. I've seen so many signs throughout my life where I just completely disregarded it. You know what I mean? And like now, I look at it and I'm like, I should have been listening a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that's really.
Well, having 3 little kids, man, it's been really weighing on me to like start getting into like just for them, if nothing else, then like just to give them the opportunity to like.
I would to it. You know what? I would have them go, man, because they can make friends.
No, it's tough. I don't know why I pretend like it's tough.
Yeah.
Like I pretend like it's something that's like a pain, like not a pain, but it's like I have so much to do for an hour on Sunday morning. I really don't. It really wouldn't be that big of a deal to just get in the car and go.
I go at 10:30, man.
Yeah.
I go at 10:30. I'm there for an hour and a half, and it doesn't even, dude. I wish it was longer. That's how good I feel when I leave there. Like it's very powerful. The people, the people in general, and just like the singing. It's very powerful, man. It's moving. You know what I mean? And then when you leave, you just feel like you're just cleansed. Like, because we deal with a lot of crap out there, man. Yeah. There's a lot of BS that we got to put up with, and your social media, you're looking online, you're seeing all these crazy clips and stuff like that, and it's just like, then when you go there, you're just like, all right, thank you.
Man, you found such a good balance in your life, dude.
Yeah.
You really did. With the working out and the business and church and, just family and friends. Like, you just found a really good balance, man. I'm really happy for you.
I got to tell you, man, it hasn't been easy, but,
You're here.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
You made it to Two and a Blue, dude.
Yeah. No, this is awesome, man. I'm very appreciative for being on, man.
I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative for the space, dude. Yeah, I'm appreciative.
This
is awesome.
This was right for you, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
What a game changer.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's excellent, man.
It's awesome.
It's excellent. And there's plenty of space here, man. There's no sense in letting it go to waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it up.
It was
take up your space.
Great situation for all of us.
We'll take up your space. Yeah, no problem.
It's good stuff. Good stuff,
well, dude, my hope is that it's something that works out, ends up being like something really good for you, and like as good as it is for us. I hope it is for you. Definitely.
If it's good for you, then it's going to be good for me, man.
My man.
That's all that matters, dude. That's really all that matters. I want it to be good for you.
Oh, it already is an awesome thing for me and for us. But yeah, hopefully we return the favor here in the next couple months.
Let's go, man. Favor's already returned here. I'm sitting here with you, man, having a conversation. This is great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Really appreciate it.
Well, dude, I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything. It's been great sitting down, like hanging with you. I know you don't, you probably don't get a lot of time to just sit down and like just bullshit with your friends.
No.
That's why I love doing this more than anything is I just get to talk to people.
This is awesome. I want to come back on next week.
Awesome. You're more than welcome, dude. Anytime.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah, awesome.
Who you going to be having on soon? Anybody I know? Anybody?
So next week is Joe Pierce Part 2. So Joe Pierce Part 1, he told us a story about how his girlfriend was burnt with acid in a murder attempt by her ex-boyfriend.
Holy shit.
It was wild, dude. He's got tattoos on his neck. He's like just quintessential like laborer, dude. He is like, oh fuck. He is a pipe guy. Like he is just, and he loves to talk. And yeah, man, he's coming on next week. That's gonna be fun. Then I have Rick Pullen. He was like I don't know. He was in the laborers union for like 75 years. I don't even know how long. Like this guy was in for a really long time. His grandfather, you know the picture of the iron workers on the beam?
Yeah, I do.
His grandfather's one of those guys. Like he is ingrained, like union, like construction, like it is in his blood.
Okay.
He's one of the best talkers I know. He's coming on the week following that.
Nice,
the one coming up, it's a real big one. I'm very hesitant to say who, but I got a big one that's like kind of on the hook. Once I get a date like scheduled, I'll start chirping about it.
I'm excited.
But we have a nice lineup coming up. Definitely in the month of January is gonna be awesome, and then onward and upward after that.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
definitely excited for you guys.
Yeah, thanks,
sure.
Man. Thanks. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, man. Again, we are filming from the Energy Defender studio. For any of your solar or roofing needs, call Energy Defenders. Tell them Two and a Blue sent you.
All right.
You get hooked up with extra
1
cent off per kilowatt hour.
All right. Steve said it. Let's do it.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. Take it easy,
Later.
guys.